Good morning, dear children. Today we are moving to a new chapter of politics, understanding our criminal justice system. What does it mean to get a fair trial? Ever heard of an FIR? Who is a public prosecutor? In this chapter, we discussing about all these matters. The process is well highlighted along with the role of different individuals in the criminal justice system. Students, you can understand these process and will also know that the role of the different people play with a criminal justice is crucial. After a person is arrested, it is a court of law that decided whether the accused person is guilty or not. According to the Constitution, every individual charged with a crime has to be given a fair trial. So, these are the things we are discussing in this chapter. In your textbook, here is a small story about Shanti. She is a maid of a apartment, and that story we can discuss in our online session. I will explain what all are the things that has happened in your textbook. According to Article 22 of the Constitution, every person has the fundamental right to be defended by a lawyer. Article 39A of the Constitution places a duty upon the state to provide a lawyer to any citizen who is unable to engage one due to poverty or other disability. Four key players in the criminal justice system are the police, the public prosecutor, the defense lawyer, and the judge. Role of the police in investigation a crime. An important function of police is to investigate any complaint about the commission of a crime. The investigation includes recording statements of witnesses and collecting different kinds of evidences. On the basis of investigation, the police are required to form an opinion. If the police think that the evidence points to be guilt of the accused person, then they file a charge sheet in the court. It is not the job for the police to decide whether a person is guilty or innocent. The judge has to decide this. Meanwhile, the rule of law means that everyone include the police is subjected to the law of the land. The police investigations have to be conducted in accordance with the law and with full respect of human rights. The Supreme Court has laid down guidelines that the police must follow at the time of arrest, detention, and interrogation. The police are not allowed to torture or beat or shoot anyone during the investigation. They cannot inflict any form of punishment on a person, even he or petty offenses. Article 22 of the Constitution. Article 22 of the Constitution and criminal law guarantees the following fundamental rights to be every arrested person. The right to be informed at the time of arrest of the offense of which the person is being arrested. The right to be presented before a magistrate within 24 hours of arrest. The right not to be ill-treated or tortured during the arrest or in custody. Confessions made in police custody cannot be used as evidence against the accused. A boy under 15 years of age and women cannot be called to the police station only for questioning. What is a FIR or First Information Report? The First Information Report or FIR, once the FIR is registered, the police can begin their investigation into a crime. As per the law, it is compulsory for an officer in charge of police station to register an FIR whenever a person gives information about a cognizable offense. This information can be given to the police either orally or in writing. The FIR usually mentions the date, the time, the place of the offense, the details and basic facts of the offense, including the description of the events. If known, the identity of the accused person and witnesses is also mentioned. The FIR also states the name and address of the complainant. Police can register an FIR, a prescribed form signed by the complainant. The complainant also has a legal right to get a free copy of FIR from the police. Role of a public prosecutor. A criminal offense regarded as a public wrong is committed not only against the affected victims but against the society as a whole. It is public prosecutor who represents the interest of the state. Their role begins after the police have conducted the investigation and filed the charge sheet in the court. They have no role to play an investigation. The prosecutor must conduct the prosecution on behalf of his state. As an officer of court, it is their duty to act impartially, thus enabling the court to be decided the case. Role of a judge. Like an umpire in a game, the judge conducts the trial impartially in an open court. He or she hears all the witnesses and all evidences presented by the prosecution and defense. On the basis of the evidence presented judge and accordance with the law, the judge decides whether the accused person is guilty or not. If the accused is convicted, the judge pronounces that the sentences and send them to jail or impose him a fine or both, depending on what the law prescribes. What is a fair trial? For a trial to be fair, several different procedures have to be observed. Article 21 of Constitution that guarantees the right to life, seats and a person's life to be liberty can be taken away only by following a reasonable and just legal process. A fair trial ensures that the Article 21 of the Constitution is upheld. This is meant by fair trial. Here comes to the end of this chapter. We can explain this chapter into a story in our online session. Hope you all understand the session. Thank you, children.